Hey guys, how you doing? It's Trent Sanderson once again, and you're on the infamous Living Realm Network. Thank you so much for tuning in. Thank you so much for subscribing. If you haven't subscribed, make sure you subscribe after this video. It's very important, guys, because we have a nice program, and we got some nice challenges going on here that's gonna help you, with your lifestyle and your personality, your character, and your well-being, so that you can make yourself better, other people's lives better, and the world a better place. And the only way to really, work on this is to be continuously watching these videos and just be consistent with learning, and that's how you get a degree. You got to go to class, you got to do your homework. Same thing here on the Living Room Network. We have to listen to each other. We have to speak up, let our voice be heard. So, yeah, I want to inform you guys that I will be taking these videos back out to nature, to the tropical places and by the lakes and stuff like that. I just had to let the sun cool down because it's very hot down here in the southeastern hemisphere of the United States, and it's very humid outside. So, it's kind of dehydrating me to walk out and find a location, which took an hour, and then I'm sitting there for a whole hour and a half recording and putting the footage out, and then there's another 30 minutes to walk back to the car, and so it was kind of draining. And so, in my car, you know, I have all leather seats, so it's hot in my car, even when I have the air on. So I kind of like refrain from going outside in nature for a little while, just a little while. But it will be coming back very soon for those of you who like to see the nice environments rather than just me here on my couch at my house. Yes. But anyway, guys, we are on the 1 month resistance free challenge. If you haven't watched me on Periscope, make sure that you follow me at Twitter. I'm sorry, not at Twitter, but at Living Realm on Twitter, and you will be able to watch me on Periscope live for 30 minutes tonight. Even I'm gonna start getting on Periscope more than any other uh, social network as far as when it comes to live goes. I'm gonna be on Periscope more than ever live. So make sure that after this video, you go on Twitter. If you don't have a Twitter account, that's fine. Go to your phone's store, your application store, download Periscope, Periscope, and then go back to my Twitter, the Living Realm Network, or Trent Henderson, and just follow me at Living Realm, and you will be able to watch me on Periscope, 30 minutes tonight. And I'm going to be giving a lecture on harboring happiness, picking up where we left off. So let's get right down into this topic, guys. Sorry to hold you for too long. This topic is about what does it mean to be wise. We all know at this point in time that it doesn't take much to be wise. Only if you know what it takes. But what does it take? It's surely not age. Age is something that we've been taught for so long that that's what it means to be wise. I remember growing up just thinking that grown older people had it all together. They knew so much information. They were very smart. They were very intelligent. But the more I began to grow up myself, I began to realize even that is a myth. Even that is not true. And wise or wisdom definitely has nothing to do with age. Another thing, having wisdom definitely has nothing to do with having gray hair. That's another myth that I heard growing up. And how do I know that? Because I just asked a friend of mine just recently, and I say, "Man, you got gray hair." He say, "So what that mean?" I say, "You wise." He say, "That don't make you wise, boy. You been, boy, don't believe that, boy. Ain't nothing wise about me. I know nothing." So even he admitted to me, no, that is a lie, which I kind of thought was a myth, but I didn't really know that it was truly a myth, because when I heard it from people who I looked up to, that having gray hair makes you wise. So it was probably some type of thing, something taken out of context. And you know how man does. Man distorts things all the time. We distort the true meaning of what something really supposed to mean and make it into our own egotistical view of understanding. That's man. So it doesn't take those things to be wise. Being wise is not even experience either. You can have as much experience as the next person, but still be ignorant in a lot of your ways, and a lot of the ways you think about things, your perception, the way your mind works. You could be ignorant still, even though you've been through a lot of things. So, that ties in with age. I know plenty of people who have had more experience in life than me, or who've had more experience in certain jobs, and I go in there and do the job better than they did, and they've been doing it for 5 years. So it's definitely not experience. So what is it? Is it having book knowledge? Is it having common sense? Is it having intellect? Is it having intelligence? What is wisdom? That's the question. Wisdom, to me, wisdom is something that you can't call yourself. You can't call yourself wise. If you even do that, that's not wise. You know, wisdom comes from the outside. You know, people will tell you when you've made wise decisions. I don't think wisdom can be calculated into a whole nutshell. Like one person every day, all day could not be wise every day, all day, because we're all wretched human beings. We all make mistakes every day. So therefore, we cannot be 100% wise. However, I do believe that we can make wise decisions. And when you get into a habit of making wiser decision after the next wiser decision and the next wiser decision, then you will begin to get recognition that the decisions and choices that you are making are wise, which in turn will make you feel more internally wise, you know, and that will lead to you doing more wiser acts for whatever the acts may be or you may be committing. So that's how I think you become wiser. I don't think that anyone could have all the wisdom in the world, but one could definitely have wisdom or performing acts of wisdom. You know, so what does it mean to be wise? Just in the choices you make. Um, wise is listening. Wise is definitely listening. It is not talking too much and thinking that you know everything. Wisdom comes from listening to the world around you and figuring out how you can go back and internalize it within yourself to change yourself to be the difference in the world. Because the only way anything out here is going to change is if it changed first inside of you. So you internalize everything on the exterior in here, in your heart, in your soul, in your mind. You internalize everything that is reflected out here within yourself, and you alternate and change things about yourself, and then you put it back out and test it and see if it works, and then if it comes back proper, that is a wise thing that you have done, because you looked at yourself first. You blamed yourself first. You point the finger at yourself first and say, you know what, I am the one who has to change everything I want to see changed out here. That's wisdom. So now I hope that you got a good understanding of how to make wise decisions, how to make wise choices, what it means to be wise. Nobody can actually be wise, not unless somebody else calls them wise. Nobody can say to themselves, I'm wise. You know, for instance, I like to resort to religious practices. In the Bible, you have certain prophets who were called wise. They were called wise. They were called wise, but never once can you find any scripture where one person called themselves wise. Okay, so that'll be how you become knowledgeable that you have made wise decisions by people telling you that. Okay, so I hope that resonated with you. I'm Trent Sanderson, and this is the infamous Living Realm Network, guys. We're on a 1-month resistance-free challenge. We're going to get through this thing with flying colors. Also, guys, please be sure to watch me tonight on Periscope, 30-minute lecture, Harboring Happiness, how to be in pure bliss happiness. I know you want to be in pure bliss happiness. I'm going to be teaching myself. I'm going to be teaching you. You're going to be able to speak up. It's going to be live. We're going to go get it. We're going to have good fun. I'm probably going to be eating some popcorn. Let's do it, guys. I'll see you later on tonight. Peace.